Guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis, and today it's going to be a floss tube video. I can't remember which number it is, so I think it's about floss tube 48, 49. I could be wrong, but I will put it in the title descriptions. So I'm filming downstairs because I thought with it being a floss tube I can hold my stitching up and you can be able to see it better. If the camera does shake at any point, I do apologise. It's because my cat has sat on the table where I've got my phone attached to it at the moment and he's keep moving and wobbling about. He wants my attention because he wants his dinner and it is only 25 to 11. So as well, for sound purposes, I do apologise if I'm shouting at you at any point. It's because I've got my new iPods in and apparently my iPods have got a microphone, so the sound might be a bit either louder or it might be quieter, it might be normal, so I've just got to see how that works. So if you could bear with me on that front, that would be great. So, stitching wise, now I'm not going to focus mostly on what I've been working on the last couple of weeks because I got my stitching case out recently because I'm going on a stitching retreat next month in Crewe, and I sorted out my stitching bag the other day, what I was thinking about taking, what I'll probably take, because I thought at least then if it's sorted out I've got everything prepared and ready. I know it's a month away and I probably will change my mind at some point and change some of the stuff in there, but for at least if the basics done, it needed clearing and changing it anyway, at least it's done now. So I'm going to show you what I'm planning to take on my stitching retreat, what I plan to work on, what I might work on. Possibly I might not end up working on it, but I might. So I will have to lean here because my stitching bag is down by the side of me. So if you can just bear with me while I just lean down and untie bits. So what have I got? Oh yeah, got my trusty mug for my stitching retreat. I brought this first time I went on stitching retreat. Not first time, one of the times I went on the retreats, my lovely roomie, who I usually share with, she's not going this time now, so I'll be on my own. She had like this thermos mug where it's like metal inside and you can fill it up with hot water tea and it keeps it warm for a long time. And it's a really good idea, and obviously you need something with a cap on to keep your drinks covered because there's going to be a lot of stitched pieces around and it saves it spilling out onto somebody's work or on your own. So I got that from the charity shop. I think I paid about £3 for it, so that always goes with me on a stitching retreat now. And of course, now I've got Pattern Keeper, I'll also be taking my cheap little pad so I can use my Pattern Keeper while I'm there, because I do tend to work on a project that does include Pattern Keeper on it. I have got the paper chart, but because I got Pattern Keeper I thought I might as well just use that instead, and it's so much easier than having to mark off charts. I do still mark off charts, but for bigger designs like Hayes I do prefer Pattern Keeper. So, first bag, and I probably will have to pack this lot back again. It's my Disney Villains bag. I brought this for, it might have been Bees Crafty. It's a while ago, quite a while ago now, and I brought a grime guard with it. It might have possibly been before the COVID hit. But I have the project I have in here. Now I'll just show you the paper pattern because I have got, this is the one that I tend to stitch on using Pattern Keeper. It's this one. It is a Heaven and Earth design, and it is Queen of Hearts by Michaela Sayeta and artwork by Rachel Anderson. That's what it is. And it's stitched on a 25 count magic guide Ada. Or actually it might be 28 count, because I did get some 25 count from Lakeside a while ago, and I found that I just could not get the look that I wanted with it. So I got this from, I think, online. So I think this might actually be 28 counts guide, magic guide. That is how far I've stitched at the minute. According to the picture, it looks very dark, doesn't it? It looks black. But when I hold it back a bit in the light, can you see little hints of red, purple coming through? So I'm working on the top corner at the moment. I'm not exactly sure what percentage I am through that. I'd have to look on my pattern keeper, but then I'd have to switch it on and everything then. So that is how far I've got on that. I don't think I've done much, or if anything, since the last time I spoke to you. But I thought, now I've got pattern keeper, I can hold it in here. I do prefer to work with it with my Lowry, so I can put it in a frame. However, I might manage it at the retreat if I've got it against my chest like that and working on it like that, unless I can find a table clamp at the retreat. I was going to, now I have got a Lowry at home, and my initial idea when I had the Lowry was so I could pack it away and take it to the retreats with me, but I found, unfortunately, I couldn't fit it in my case. So yeah, that goes that idea. But like I said, I might find a clamp or something that I can, because when we go on the retreat, it's always like a selling table, which possibly somebody might have something like that on. I don't want to buy one brand new Lowry clamp because they are still expensive, and I don't go on a lot of retreats, to be fair. I go on once, twice. Last year I only went to one. This year I'm going to two, but next year I don't think I'll be going on any, because I need to start saving up a bit more and getting some stuff in the kitty fund now. So I don't want to pay really full price for something that I'm not really going to use often then. I should do, really. So anyway, that's that one. Now the other one, I haven't worked on this for a while, hence why it's going on the retreat with me. It is this one, Mirabilia. I've got two Mirabilia kits. I've kitted two up, this being one. I've got another one I kitted up, and I've got another chart. The other chart is Andromeda, but I don't tend to kit her up until I've at least finished one of these ones. This one is Roses of Provence. There. She's so beautiful. I absolutely adore her dress. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, it's the first Mirabilia that I've ever worked on. I've never worked on one before because I've always been a bit timid to work on one, really. A bit scared in case I ruin it. But however, I seem to be going alright with this. Now, it calls for like a linen, to stitch on a linen, but I've not stitched on a linen. I wouldn't know where to start with it. So I'm stitching it on, I think it's 16 count Ada. Now, I have got a lot of part threads. Quite a bit of part threads at the moment. But this is how far I've got on her at the moment. Not very far. Not far at all. However, I'm pleased with what I've done at the moment. She seems to be stitching quite well. considering that I've never stitched on one of these. She seems to be doing fairly decent, really well, and I seem to be doing an okay job. Yeah, I seem to be doing an okay job on this one. You'll probably see it better there. So yeah, I'm working on this bit here now, and then I tend to go on there a bit. Now this one, obviously, you know, Mirabelle does have beads, and because I stitched this in a circular frame or a square one, I'm going to be doing the beads last, because obviously if I start stitching the beads in while I'm still doing the cross stitch and moving it round in the frame, I could damage the beads or the fabric, and I could risk damaging this piece. So I'm going to, well, I'm stitching all the cross stitches first. I'll be working on those. Hey Leo. And then I'll be doing the beading later, afterwards, when everything else is done. So I've got my flosses in the little ring bags here, there, and the beads are still in the bead packing, because I thought if I'm not doing still in the packings for if I'm not doing the beads until last, I don't really need to sort those out just yet. So that is what else I tend to take with me as well. So the next one now, on in a retreat, quite a lot of the times someone will take a new start, they'll do a new start on the retreat. Now I really don't need any new starts, however I've got to keep with the tradition of the new starts. Not sure if this is going to be my new start. I tend for it to be, which I might start on the Saturday. However, if I do possibly see another kit there, possibly a Gecko Rouge, my new start may change. But I might be starting this one, which is, it's a Gecko Rouge kit, and it's a Gem 9. That one. An illustrated ink, sorry, I'll just cover that. The reason why I'm covering that is because this is a kit that I brought at the last retreat that I was on. However, I've not started it yet because I can't figure out where to start in the pattern, because I know some say start from the middle, some start from the corner. I like to start from the top left hand corner, but because of the pages, how the pages are laid out, I don't know where to start, because if I start the top left hand corner, it means starting here. Obviously there's no stitches there because it's a partial, so I've got to somehow try and figure out where that bit starts. So I thought as well, the reason why it might be a good one to start at the retreat, because somebody might be able to guide me to where to start. So yeah, I'm taking that one, so at least someone might be able to help. Because I've took it out a couple of times now, because I've been tempted to start it, and I've looked at the chart and I'm like, where do I start it? I'm not sure where to start, because I can't start right at the left corner because it's a partial, and so the beginning of it comes somewhere down here, and I'm like, I don't know where to start in the beginning, because on the paper, how the pages are laid out, the corner isn't exactly on one page, it goes on 2 pages. I'm like, oh. Panic setting in. I'm like, I can't do it. That's what I usually do when I get stuck with something. Anyway, let's go on. So of course we have to take a stamp kit or two. For obviously when I'm using Pattern Keeper, I'll need to charge it up somehow, and while it's charging up I need to work on something just simple. So I thought I would take Mickey Mouse, being as I was working good on that. Mickey Mouse and his car, and at the moment I don't think I've worked on this since the last time I showed you. I cannot remember. Mind you, I might have done. I don't know. I'm up. That's where I've done at the moment. This one as well, it's not serged, but I'm not having any frame with this fabric. So I was going in columns to start with. I was working in columns, but then I decided I just wanted to just stitch where I felt like. So that's the column where I stitched, and then I started just stitching around here, and I'm working on that bit around there. So that is how far I've got on there at the minute. I'm really enjoying it as well. I love all my stitched pieces that I've got. I really love them all. So yeah, that's one that's going with me on the retreat for an easy stitch to work on. Maybe I'm thinking probably of a night time, a late evening or something, because I'll do my counted ones in the day and I'll do these ones of an evening or whatever. So I think the last bag that I've got in here is, yeah, I've sorted my bag out. I've got to put everything back in now. Got my boo bag, my craft bag. Now this is one of the bags I brought at the last retreat from the lady who's organising the retreats. She does the most gorgeous bags, and they are handmade by Ladybird with Love. She has got a group on Facebook, one with the handmade stuff, but also if you are a stitcher yourself and you're looking for some stitching, possibly going on a stitching retreat, if you've not been on one before, or if you want to try somewhere new, she's the lady that sorts, that does the, well, that's done the last couple crew retreats. So yeah, check it out, check it out. If you've never been on one, I highly recommend it. So in here I've got two projects. Not sure if I'm going to work on both of them. The first one is this Halloween one. I just decided to put in this Halloween bag because I thought Halloween theme. And that was a review kit. Not sure who it was sent by because I've got quite a few. Now, I haven't really got that far on this one because I haven't done a lot. This one is serged, so it's good. Yeah, I've only done what? Tiny, I know. I did that tiny bit there, and also this here started the castle, where on the back you'll see where I stitched. So I've not done much on that. So I thought I'd take it, possibly get some work done on that one. And like I said, if I start to get a bit tired, it's easier to work on. And the other one I've got in here is, no, I haven't got a big picture for this one, so I hope this one's okay. It's one of those silhouette designs. This one's Beauty from Beauty and the Beast. And so far with this one, I'm working on the inside instead. Now I did start working on the outside and doing the top left hand corner, but I fancied a change with this one. I thought I want to work a little bit different on this one. So I started working on the inside instead of the out because I just wanted something different. So that's how far I am on her at the moment. So I thought it'd be a fun project to possibly work on at the retreat. So it's all good. So yeah, those are my plans and what I plan to work on hopefully at the retreat. I probably don't need that many projects to work on, especially as we're only there for Friday. Saturday and we come back. I'll come back home on Sunday. So yeah, normally if it's on a Friday, I'll drop the little ones off of the morning, and the nana will pick them up of the afternoon. So when I've dropped them off, I usually go to the train station and head down, but this time they're actually on spring break, so which is good. So obviously they'll have the dad home. So come Friday morning, as soon as I get up, I can just head off. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's not yet. It's not until the second week in April, but we're like at the last week of March is next week. So tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thursday. This Friday, it will be 3 weeks until the retreat. So it's not that far, to be fair. I say it's far, but in all fairness, it won't be that long until the retreat. So I'm really, really excited about it. Very excited. So, yeah. So I think my advice would be, if you are a stitcher yourself and you've always fancied going on one of these stitching retreats, do it. Do it. Don't regret not doing it. I do recommend that it's something that you do, especially if you love stitching and laughing. Yeah, if you love laughing and stitching, I highly recommend it. First time I went on a stitching retreat was in 2017. I think it was about 2017. And I was so nervous when I went, in case nobody spoke to me or in case people didn't like me. But within 5 minutes of getting to the place, it was like I've been going for years. I really, really enjoyed it, hence why I kept going back. So yeah, I've been on a couple now. I've only been to 2 different places, well 3 technically. I've been to Milton Keynes, and the last one I went to at Milton Keynes was the Chinchley Hall, and it was such a lovely place, ever so lovely, but it's 3 hours on the train there and 3 hours back, and it's extremely tiring. It's very tiring, quite a long travel, so I don't really tend to go for that one. No, because the one I go to is only like an hour away, especially if the one that's only an hour away, if I'm ever needed back home, all I have to do is just quickly get to the train station again and I'm back within an hour. So it's more convenient. It's more convenient for me, and I do like it as well. So I'm just sticking to that one now. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get going now because it's 5 to 11. The cat used to have his dinner at 12 o'clock, but then he just got a bit earlier and hey ho. So yeah, I'm going to get all this put away, get the cat fed, because he's sitting in the kitchen at the moment just staring at me. Aren't you, Bebe? Yeah. She's just looking at me at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to get all this put away, get my little pussycat fed, and that's it. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for coming along. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that comes into the channel, whether you're a subscriber or long subscriber, or whether you've just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. And I really do appreciate it, and I appreciate all the likes and also the comments as well. It's lovely talking to you guys. So anyway, I'm going to get going now, and I'll see you again soon. So goodbye for now. Bye.